Whole point. It's a big whiteboard. Makes it better.
You love whiteboards.
Whiteboard's amazing.
You and your whiteboards.
Can you delete our audio and restart it?
No, I like this. This is good stuff.
Okay.
This is gold.
Okay, you're gonna clap again? Oh, good thing you got that fly.
What? No, I'm not using this. I decide what goes in the podcast. I decided when we start. We start now. Welcome to Boom Roasted.
Okay. Well, that's only fair.
I don't know what to do. It's my...
You should have done this.
That's the wrong button. All right, welcome to Boom Roasted. I'm your host, joined with my co-host.
Nope.
I
You
can't
don't
say
have
that word.
anything good?
No, I had one.
Okay,
It
hold on
starts with a B.
You didn't say you didn't say your name though. You skipped right over your name.
People know who I am. They need to be introduced to
This
you.
is a family-friendly podcast.
I didn't
Jason.
say
What were
it.
you
I
suggesting?
didn't say it.
Buttface?
Sure.
Buttface Britain?
I wasn't gonna say
That's really unkind.
anything that rhymes with itchy.
Listen, if any networks are listening to this,
Wait,
I
why
can-
would a network?
hold on.
listen to this,
Just
Jordan?
I just want to put this out there, just real quickly as a caveat.
Okay.
If any networks are out there listening, I can totally do the show by myself.
Oh.
I don't need him.
All right.
I don't need you.
Let's give people a frame of reference for what you're talking about.
Okay.
Elephant in the room. We recorded a podcast last week.
You put on a little bit of weight, but I wouldn't call you an
I
elephant.
am not an elephant. I am not
Sorry,
an
go
elephant.
ahead. Go ahead.
We recorded a podcast last week. It was our first ever video podcast.
We scrapped it
And we scrapped.
immediately.
We scrapped it because we talked about some stuff in that podcast
That we can't talk about.
that we can't talk about. It is on
Hey, by the way,
embargo.
I
It
need-
is
I-
secret.
I need to ask.
What's up?
What is the shot right now that we're on camera? Where are we? What's the cutoff?
It's about the table.
All right, so it's not my.
So they can't see your
it's not-
cutoffs.
So it's not my thighs.
You can't
I'm
see your
wearing
thighs.
basketball shorts because we have a big day of moving stuff today, and I needed to be
Yep.
able to move freely.
Yeah, today we're picking up new freezers for the McSherrystown shop. But yes, we edited a podcast. We filmed it. It was
New is a stretch.
new, very, very
New,
heavily used freezers.
new to us.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Gently
Go ahead.
used.
Go ahead.
And in it, we talked about a project that we're working on.
We called it Project
We
X.
called it Project X, and then before I even finished editing it, you announced the secret project.
on the internet.
And so today's podcast episode
Yeah.
is going to be focused
It's a
on-
special episode.
It is a special episode. It's going to be focused on a new project, a new initiative that you've talked about on Facebook, you've talked about with individuals, but we haven't talked about with our podcast audience. So
Yes.
we thought we'd cover it. Take it away. What are we doing, Jordan?
Okay, so from day one, I have
Day
always
one of what?
Day one of our business.
Okay.
I have always day one of my life, to be honest
Ooh.
with you. I have always joked that we should have a TV show,
All right.
and many people have actually told.
Like a
I mean,
sitcom.
No,
Oh.
no, like a reality,
drama?
like an unscripted. I mean, there's drama, an unscripted reality show.
Okay.
And you brought this up when we worked in construction together. I forgot this.
Yeah.
But apparently, a lot of the people that we would work for,
Yeah.
a lot of times we would get hired by the wife or a female, and they would say something to the effect of, "You guys should have a show.
Yeah,
we would watch this."
let's talk about Collegeville Wood Company for a second.
Yeah,
We would do renovations.
yeah. You
Aesthetic,
took a long time to get to that word. Go
aesthetic
ahead.
renovations.
Sure.
Fireplace installs? What are they, like the facades?
We would do shiplap.
a lot of shiplap,
Yeah,
board and batten walls, feature walls,
sure.
things like that, light construction.
yeah.
So we'd go in, you would pitch.
Well, we got into more than light construction.
we did
towards
some
the
heavy
end.
stuff. That
Yeah.
last job
So
we
it-
ever did
yeah.
was the
By the
hardest.
way, I looked at photos of that. It looks incredible.
Yeah, that was a hard
I
job.
hope it still looks good, but it looked really good
Yeah,
when we
so
were
the
done with it.
week that South Hanover opened,
Yeah.
the very first week that shop was open, Jordan and I booked a job together, a full week of work for two people,
Yeah, probably the hardest job we'd done to date.
and then he left me to do it all by myself.
That's not true.
That a lot by myself.
That's not entirely true.
I did 75% of that job by myself.
That part's true.
And in demo day, I was pulling 200-pound slabs of plaster off
Yeah.
a ceiling by myself.
Yeah.
It was a
Hey, but
nightmare.
it's good. It builds character.
It was a nightmare. But during those construction days,
Yeah.
people would regularly hear us with our bickering.
yes, and banter.
and
Oh,
banter.
Let's call it banter.
What's the combination of bicker and banter?
Banter-ickering.
Bicanter. And we would bicanter, and they'd be like, "This is incredible. You should film this."
Yeah.
And I would be like, "Yeah, it'd be funny." But how would we ever
But
do
you
that?
didn't believe it would be funny. You thought no one would watch this.
Yeah, I did think that.
Yeah.
But if you could have somebody constantly filming us 24/7,
Okay.
you could get a 30-minute show out
I
of
think
it.
if you filmed anyone 24/7,
I believe
you
that.
could
I
get a
believe that.
30-minute show.
Anyone with even a halfway remotely interesting life, you could find
Even a
something great.
boring life.
Yeah.
I mean, what's that show, Napoleon Dynamite? I mean, you can
That
make a
show's
half
funny.
an hour out of almost
Yeah.
anything.
So, because of that, you're thinking,
I had always thought that we were more interesting maybe than the average person. Enough to watch. It's kind of like, I would always say, it's sort of like a car crash.
car crash interesting.
Yes, yeah.
Or is the car
because
crash fascinating? It's a
I don't
term.
know. Either way, you're watching because you don't know what the outcome is, but either one is more interesting than watching paint dry.
Yeah.
So either we could succeed or we could go up in flames. And that's, it's fun to tune along for, to be
Sure.
honest. You gotta cut that out.
To that end,
Sorry. You gotta cut all that
all
out.
right, so we're
Bleep all that out,
welcome
and we don't
back.
have to explain why.
welcome back.
But you just have to take that
Welcome
out.
back.
Okay.
Freudian slip. To that end,
Sure.
we are, or you looked into
Yes.
what it would take to pitch a, what is it? Unscripted,
Yes.
arced reality.
As you can
TV.
tell, Jason has put little or no effort into any of this.
Not any of it.
We're going to talk about it, but Jason is not a believer in this idea.
Well, okay. That's fair.
Okay, but we'll get there.
Yeah. We got to start from the beginning.
So, yeah, I just started looking into, really at first just Googling, how to make a TV show. How do you get a TV show? And slowly but surely, and with some advice from some people that we know, started somewhat strategically, somewhat not, just, kind of shooting our shot.
Yeah.
Going to contact emails that we knew, going to people's websites, connecting with...
Just doing the basic research.
Yeah.
What does it take? How do you start? What's the first step?
Right.
And
What's the layout of a show? What shows perform well? What shows perform well on which networks?
you put
and-
much more thought into this.
And
than I
does our show fit into any of the guidelines that currently exist?
So you've done all this background research.
Yes.
Here was your pitch to me. Let's make a video.
Yeah.
And I was like, awesome. Totally in.
Yeah.
You come to me almost any day of the week. You say, let's make a video. I go, I'm in.
Yeah. Okay.
So we started filming this video
Yeah, we had
And-
2 days to get it.
because I was going in for surgery.
Right.
And we filmed a...
I find that I do my best work when you're about to go into surgery.
we go ahead and film a sizzle reel, a short episode.
Yeah.
Call it what you want.
Yeah.
We spend the next few days editing it.
You did. Yeah.
Yep.
Me
Yep.
texting you, hey, at 43 seconds to 53 seconds, there's an audio gap. Hey,
Yeah.
at 1 minute and 9 seconds, your audio doesn't sync.
So we have filmed, edited, and published a sizzle reel for a pitch. Am I saying this right? For
Yeah.
a potential reality TV show
Sure.
that would follow the Britton Boys, as we are
Don't
called,
say that. Don't say that.
in our
That's the worst.
merry escapades of
Can't say Mary.
having a coffee shop,
Can't
building
say
a coffee shop.
escapade.
And the pitch is it's building Britain.
Yeah.
Everything it takes to build a shop, to build a team, to build a community.
Yeah.
That's your pitch.
Yes.
And great pitch. I really think you killed it. Really proud of you. We're going to put it on the fridge with a gold star, and it's not going anywhere.
You didn't look at any of it, but okay.
We're done. Yeah, exactly.
You've read
exactly.
none of the literature.
No, I'm not interested.
Okay.
Because here was my pitch. I just think I want to make cool stuff
Sure.
and upload it.
Yeah.
But
Here's the thing with Jason and I
yeah.
that has always been true. You want to do a lot of the cool things.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, in this life, in order to do cool things, you have to do red tape and paperwork and communication
No, thank
and
you.
boring stuff
I'll pass.
that Jason is never going to do.
It's not even that I'm not interested in it. It's that it gives me anxiety.
It gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I legitimately get anxiety thinking about doing that stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not going to
Just
do
for the record, so does everyone.
No.
I don't
I'm
not
different.
I don't. I'm the exception.
I'm the
to
exception
the
to this
rule.
rule. I refuse.
No one else in the universe is like me.
So, yeah, and I understand everyone gets this way, but when I am confronted with a task that is logistics, I get panicky.
I will go to jail before I'll do that task.
Maybe if it comes to it, because I
didn't fill out the paperwork for my bail money, and now I'm stuck here.
Yeah,
That's a call I would
absolutely.
expect to get from you.
Yeah, why not? Let's
Yeah.
go for it.
And
Yeah,
the
but
reason you're in jail to begin with is because you didn't pay your tickets.
maybe I don't know. I mean,
How
so
many tickets do you have to pay right now? Let's just put it out there.
I don't think I have any.
You did for a little while.
Yeah,
Are you
because
trying
they're
to not
paid.
publicize it? 'Cause- Oh, you did pay them?
We'll talk about it later. What the tickets I've paid or unpaid is no one's business, especially the government.
It's no
All
one's
right.
business but mine and the people who wrote
Yeah.
the tickets.
Whether or not I have paid my taxes is no one's business but
Oh
the
my
government.
gosh,
And you
I was
don't
like-
even know my name, so you'll
Okay.
never find me.
Okay.
So
So what's funny actually is I currently have an outstanding ticket. I just
you just got
I
pulled
just
over.
got a ticket.
So,
yeah.
So yeah, you've been doing all the legwork.
Yeah.
You've responded to emails. We uploaded the episode. It's gotten pretty good feedback.
Yeah.
It didn't go viral by your perspective. You were upset that it didn't have 20 million views in the first day.
It sits at like 15,000
I think you
views
did it
right
the
now.
least
It's
strategic way possible.
why? Because I wrote a giant monologue
There is
caption
that,
for.
that no one would ever read. You uploaded, hey, I got an announcement. Then you uploaded just the intro. Then you uploaded just the full episode. Then you
Yeah.
uploaded the intro and the episode put together.
I wanted people to get stoked about it, and I wanted to draw it out because here's why.
half of it. Here's
No,
the second
here's
half
why.
of it. Here's all of it.
Here's why. Because getting Jason so Jason wants to do regardless of how this turns out, Jason wants to do a YouTube channel
I
of
really
some
do.
sort.
I think YouTube is the
Getting
best platform.
Jason to edit something and to finalize something, which all of you podcast listeners know
Yeah.
from
that's
experience
fair.
of
That's
wondering when the
fair.
podcast is going up, is like pulling teeth.
Because
That's a
I
joke.
just had my
That's
teeth
a
pulled.
joke because you just had
In
your
the
teeth
last
pulled.
episode, we talked about the fact that I had 9 teeth pulled.
Yes.
And I was dealing with the pain of
Yes.
it. I came into work, took some pain medicine, and got a little loopy. That was a whole story you guys missed out on because I lost the episode.
He was like half high for about a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had
In
a
and
lot
out
of
of sleep.
oral surgery, and I'm about to have more work done. It's a whole thing.
So anyway, the idea of trying to do that sounds like my nightmare. So
it
I
does.
think going towards the more traditional network route is helpful because, first of all, we aren't world-class editors
That's very true.
or
Yeah,
cinematographers.
we're okay at telling a story.
We can get by. We're good at story
Yeah, but we're not necessarily great at capturing
or audio,
our audio. is
video
terrible.
or audio.
Speaking of, you are peeking all over the place without your pop filter today, but we'll see how it goes on the back end.
Sorry, listeners. Can you
Right
just
there.
turn me down? Look, I'll just
Yeah.
turn myself down a
Um,
touch. Look at that.
So yeah, we have filmed the sizzle reel.
Yeah.
You've done some legwork, sending it around, shopping it at some networks.
I mean, not really.
yeah, I'm making it sound more like a
I've
big
sent
deal
it
than is.
to, well, I'm fine to say it. I've sent it to 2 production
Mm-hmm.
companies, and we're gonna see how it goes.
Yeah, and now I'm being serious.
Yeah, go ahead.
For me, this is the type of project that you start, you spend years working on. You spend years working on this project. It is
I
a
was waiting for you to
it
get
i-
like 2 sentences.
It
in.
is a dream. It takes a lot of ambition, a lot of talent. Many people push and work and never go anywhere with this type of
yes,
stuff.
but sometimes I accidentally have things happen
Sure, very quickly.
annoyingly quickly.
And you are of the opinion that if I work hard enough and sprint fast enough, I can get anything done.
Yeah, I can do everything.
I am of the opinion that if this can't be done today, it'll never be done, so I'm not interested. So, like, you're fully in on this.
yeah, I'm getting ready.
You
I'm literally
before this
doing-
podcast said,
Okay, hold on.
let's talk about our TV show. And I'm like, what do you mean
What
talk
TV
about
show?
our TV show?
Hold
We don't
on,
have a TV
Hold
show.
on. Here's how convinced. This is gonna sound arrogant, but I believe that my life has a mission, and to that end,
Like the Blues Brothers,
sure.
we're on a mission from God.
Don't
Do you know
get
that? That's
No.
going to be your next. I'm adding that to your sound
Put
pad.
it on.
I'm going
I
to play
want
it right now.
We're on a mission from God.
Yeah.
Okay. You put it. So you put it there.
I added
just
it
played?
later.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird on the video. Oh, you're gonna add the audio?
Yeah.
Man, see, networks. We don't know what we're doing. We need your help.
Yeah. So
I
you
am-
believe.
I am so convinced that it is going to be a part of our story that we do this in some form or fashion. That I
the
watched
show, you're saying.
a show.
A
I,
show.
I'm, I don't,
Okay.
I'm not going to say it's specifically with the network, but something that has viewership.
Okay.
I'm so convinced of that after watching the sizzle reel and remembering people say things like the camera adds 10 pounds, I have gone, man, if somebody picked us up or if we started talks and in 6 or 9 months we were starting to record stuff,
Okay.
I am not ready. So I have started working out at 5:30 in the morning and doing 2-mile runs at night. I've been doing 2-a-days literally from the moment we put the sizzle reel out because I'm so convinced that we will do something like that.
See, in the meantime,
You have gone the opposite direction. You've chosen a different route.
do not care because it's not going to happen. So if you're telling me there's a 1 in a million shot about something,
Sure.
I am not going to put
I'm
in the
gonna be the one.
legwork. I'm not going to put in the legwork for that because it's 1 in a million shot. Maybe we get it, maybe we don't. But if I don't get it and I did all that work,
No, see, I will just have gotten better, and then the next 1 in a million shot will be mine.
And I want you
Turns
to
out
know-
I needed 2 in a million.
I want you to know that's why you can tell I believed in Britain coffee shops so much.
Yeah.
Because at no point was I like, this isn't going to be worth the work. I
Yeah,
went,
it's gonna work eventually.
no, we got to work crazy hard because this is going to work.
It's gonna work.
This is absolutely right in our alley. We can do this.
Probably
I
gonna
believe.
work.
Yeah, exactly. I'm in. But I'm not that way about this
He
shit.
doesn't have the faith.
I believe
He's a
you and
doubter.
I believe you and I have the skills, the abilities,
Start
the
calling
story,
you Thomas.
doubting Thomas, to pull this off. But I don't believe it is likely. And because of that, your like no matter what drive
Yeah.
is driving me absolutely
Yeah,
crazy.
you're getting driven up the wall.
Because you're like, we got to do this so that we can have the TV show. I'm like, but I don't want to do this unless we get the TV show.
Yeah.
So I have to do it on the off chance maybe we get it.
See, and this is why I know that something will happen for us because I think most people are like you.
You're saying the competition
Yeah,
would be an agreement.
I think so.
This is why I was a C student and you had a 4.0. These are the differences.
It's higher than a 4.0, but anyway.
If I got higher than perfect, I'm better than perfect.
Go ahead. What button do you think it is? What button do you think it is? Are you gonna add it in?
I need a fart noise.
Yeah, Jason, when you talk like that, you make me feel.
Here's the noise we need.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah, but
You
now
can,
I have a
you
recording.
can add it in though.
All right, so Building Britain, the concept pitch is watch us develop as a company to build something, bigger than ourselves for the community, for our team, for the coffee shops.
Being very generic right now. The idea is that we're
the
going
very
to.
that is the
Yeah,
broad
okay,
pitch.
okay.
That's the big pitch. Now the specific pitch, the
Yeah.
narrowed down version is
We're going to renovate a shop each season, and it will follow us as we do.
that would be your series pitch.
Yeah,
Your
it's going to
series-
start from conception to grand opening. So
Okay.
the idea is, hey, maybe some network will listen to this, and then they'll know. They're not going to make it 18 minutes into this. This is not interesting to them. But we're going to basically start off with kind of the behind the scenes of how we get a shop, which
Okay.
is most of the time
looking for a location.
sheer dumb luck.
Yeah, in the past, but
It's
in the
what
next
it's been
one it
to
would
this
be
point.
it would be looking for location.
It was still sheer dumb luck because that guy reached out to me.
if we were to get the location we're currently
Yeah,
looking
I
at.
think we will. So we're working on a shop right now. There are a few avenues that it could potentially happen. Obviously, if we knew somebody wanted to follow us around and make a show out of it,
we could have
I
started
would
already.
100% make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd find a way. And so,
And
yeah.
then you have episodes that would focus on the different steps, acquiring, demolition,
Right.
building the team, renovation, grand opening.
yes,
the
the design work that goes into the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's obviously a lot to that, and you'd want B plots, C plots, or like different interactions, and
Yeah.
you could have episodes about what goes on in the background while we're maintaining the shops that
Right.
exist. Or like even you and I today, we went to get those freezers,
Right.
and we discovered this great old
Oh my
shack.
gosh. Don't
filled
give it
with-
away. Don't give away our awesome recording spot because I want to go back there. She was hilarious.
Anyway,
Okay.
we found a place where we had an adventure, or the fact that I dropped you
Oh
off.
my gosh.
I had
And
to
left me.
I had to back the trailer up into the main road, and I'm like, I'll call you if I get lost. And then I take off, and I realize your phone is in the car.
Yeah.
I get lost in some cul-de-sac. You're sitting at the freezer on the side of the road
Yeah.
for like 10 minutes,
Yeah.
just wondering if
I
I'm
thought
even
you
going to come
just
back.
left me. I was like, dude, what the
I-
heck?
I pulled down a dead end. I turn around, and it was a one-way
I
exit.
took a quick nap and I came right back.
I had to K-turn the trailer, pull up on a curb. It was a whole thing. Then I ended up in the middle of a cornfield. I'm not
Yeah.
even joking.
Here's the other part of the show that I think is cool that I don't know that there's a ton of. Maybe people aren't interested in it. Maybe that's not why there's not a ton of it. But the Building Britain also can kind of, like you said, it talks about what we're doing in the meantime to build this business. So it's not just literal like construction work, but it's also so today, for example, we're picking up those freezers. that affects all of the shops because it's the manufacturing of our sandwiches
Yep.
that then get shipped out to all the shops. So it's about more than just one.
And when you watch those
Location.
shows, they don't get too into the weeds on the logistics because that could be boring.
Right.
But they make interesting subplots.
No, but I think our idea, we're balling on the budget. And I think
Absolutely.
everybody can relate to that right
Yeah.
now. So I think seeing ways that we've chosen to be creative
Yeah.
because like you and I are a little bit different in this way, but as far as the design stuff goes, I like nice things.
I do not care.
But I don't have the money to have nice
My
things.
ideal coffee shop would use milk crates and 2x4s for the shelves. Or you know those cinder block shelves where you put them through the hole?
So if you're in network and you're
I
here
love
and
that
you're watching
aesthetic.
this, just know he's not going to be
No.
in that episode.
And when we did our first deal, like agreement on the shops, I said I have no say over the aesthetic look of any of our coffee shops.
Yeah.
Because
Because he knows himself.
I know myself. I would
Yeah.
like get Sharpie and just put them
Right
on the walls and tell the customers they can scribble on the walls
Don't
wherever
give
they want.
the customers ideas like that, Jason.
Just graffiti everywhere. I think that would look great. You ever go to Mod Pizza and there's the stickers everywhere?
So
It's my
anyway,
favorite.
I think for example, in our McSherrystown shop, right, those wall dividers that you made fun of me for, those were made out of 1x2s that were painted black and assembled. But you have to admit, they make the whole area way cooler.
Understand people like
People
them.
love them.
I don't like
It
them.
adds to the vibe. God, you don't know anything about anything.
I really don't.
See, this is great content
I
because
do not understand interior design at all.
Yeah.
But here's what I do understand. People.
people come in and like it and they
Yes.
buy your stuff and you can get
yeah,
paid.
no, I mean, I like interacting with our staff. I like getting to know our customers. I like solving mysteries of how do we make this
What are
work.
we, the Hardy Boys?
Yeah, I would love to be.
We
the
have
Hardy
a second
Boys.
pitch for a show idea.
We go around solving
It's
mysteries.
The Britain Boys, like you said earlier.
Britain
and we
Boys.
solve mysteries.
Yeah, but so if this were to come to pass,
Sure.
which it won't,
Okay.
I just would like to say for the record on this podcast,
If you're a
22
believer in
minutes
whiteboarding things or manifesting things or speaking things into existence, he's a giant bummer.
I'm
right
actually
now.
usually the visionary, we can do anything.
I know. Well, hold on. I want to stop you because that is a part of our show.
That I am the visionary, but you're a
No.
bigger visionary.
No. It's that in your life to this point,
Yeah, very true.
you would have been considered by most
Absolutely.
people reckless.
Pie in the sky. What are you
Irresponsible.
thinking? Yep.
Yes, and like way out of left
Yeah.
field. And now, that was my character description for you.
Yeah.
Compared to me, you seem I
Yeah.
would say tame.
Not because
I
it
am
can't
a lunatic.
happen, but because what it would take to make it happen
Right.
changes where we are right now. I remember
False.
that's my thought process,
Okay,
not whether
sure,
it's true or not.
Sure.
When you had Britain Coffee in the trailer, I was like, that's great. And then you wanted to move into the building. I'm like, okay, it changes what the business is, but all
Yeah.
right. Already, before we're in the first building, you're pitching second location, third location, what it would take to grow this to like franchise size. And I'm like, doesn't that ruin what this is?
It made it so much cooler.
And it made it so much
I like
cooler.
it so much better
But
with all
in
the
the
shops
moment, all I could think is, we'll lose that small shop feeling
now. Right.
that I loved about South Hanover. We joke all the time.
You're
that
giving away all of our content right now. This is the television show.
South
TM.
Hanover. We can do
Copyright.
it again. The South Hanover, every time I walk in, I get nostalgic for it.
Okay.
Whereas people love
I
the
feel none of that.
McSherrystown layout. And it's all that different stuff. So when we're talking about this, let's pitch something big and vision board huge.
Right.
I'm like, I like what it is now. I just want to capture what it is now. I don't want to
so
make
boring.
it bigger. And I'm not usually like that.
It's so boring.
I'm the let's go bigger. Our sizzle reel, which we haven't talked about much, maybe I'll link it in the podcast notes so you can check it out, is us building a 10-foot tall coffee cup.
Yeah.
Which in the sizzle reel we make it seem very clearly like we can't do this. I'm bored.
Yeah.
I want to build that.
Yeah, but you also you admit that was not the time.
That was
to
not
build
the
it.
time
That
to
wasn't
do
the
it.
time to build it.
But there was so much
Yeah.
other important stuff
I'm
to
so
do.
happy we did it.
But in reality, I pitched that cup weeks before.
Yeah,
Let's
but I
build a
decided
giant
we
coffee
should do
cup.
it then
You
because we were
decided we
putting
should do
together
it
a
then.
sizzle reel. It was
Yeah.
about so much more than a cup of coffee. It was a television show.
I agree we shouldn't have done it that week because I was busy. We had other stuff
No,
to do.
I don't agree.
But I knew if I could get you to do it right then,
Yeah.
we would have a cup for the Hanover Parade, which I'm stoked about.
Yeah, which I
We-
think is going to be cool.
We do have some work still to do for the Hanover Parade,
Yeah.
and none of that work are you interested in at all.
I mean, I got Summer to fill out the paperwork.
Yeah, but you're not interested in buying the candy, figuring out the distribution, buying the costumes for the employees, making sure we have the right number of employees, building a banner to walk in front of the trailer.
So
a banner
funny
to walk
because
behind
you
the trailer.
don't like legitimate logistics like red tape.
No.
But planning, you don't mind planning.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate planning.
Event planning and coordination is my
huge
favorite
bummer.
thing
Oh.
because it makes everyone else's life more enjoyable. That's all I care about. If I can bring fun and joy to a situation, that's all I want to do.
This is heartwarming here.
But I do not care
Am I
about
holding the microphone like,
a lot.
like I'm
You are-
performing live?
You are holding
Is it
going
gonna
to
mess the audio
It
up?
might. I'm not sure. I've thought about that a couple
Hey,
times.
now you're peaking.
Yeah, mine is turned way up. It was too quiet on the podcast. We had to dump. Yeah, but if I have to do work just to have clerical work, no interest in that whatsoever. Who cares?
Yeah, but if your work's going to result in a fun event, then you'll stay up until
Hours.
3 in the morning.
I
and
would
do it
never
all.
stop working.
Yeah.
If it makes the group I'm a part of have more fun, I will do the most elaborate things possible.
Yeah.
But I am not interested just so that I don't
just
go to
want to
prison.
help the big picture ideas happen. Then I want people like you
Yeah.
and Trish and Alex to figure out
Summer.
after the
we have
fact,
such great teams
all
that
the
also
details.
do that.
Yeah.
So we just have to keep moving in the direction we're going. You're going to talk about this TV show dream like it's a thing.
Yeah.
I will do my best to not be the Debbie
Do not be
Downer.
a hater.
He's
He's been drinking Haterade.
I've been drinking vitamin water,
Haterade.
actually. But I'm going to be very realistic that I do not want to put in buckets of extra work for something that
Oh, we're
won't
gonna
happen.
put in so much work.
But I will be as supportive as I can.
Work hard, play hard.
If it means I get to have a YouTube channel for Britain Coffee. That's
Well,
my
I've
whole
been
thing.
sending you content, and I just sent you 4 videos.
4 30-second videos that I'm
You
supposed to do
haven't done
something with.
anything with them yet.
You
We
sent
would
them-
have had more if you would have brought your camera today.
All right, so if you see me carrying around a very broken
Started to
camera,
smell like Schmidt from New Girl when I get all hot and bothered.
if you see me carry around a very broken 10-year-old Lumix camera with a microphone on it, bendy tripod, it's because I'm working on our YouTube
Who
channel.
wouldn't want to watch this?
I want to watch it.
We are also working towards being opposites of each other, not just in our interaction, which we're
don't
already
pitch
opposite,
this.
but also in our physical appearance.
He wants me to go to the
I
gym.
am getting in better shape so that this video can represent that.
I'm
Jason
not
has chosen
driving-
another route. He would prefer
I am not driving all the way to Planet Fitness at 5:30 in the morning.
he would prefer to aim to be more, what is the word? Plump?
Rotund?
Would you use plump?
I'm accumulating mass. I'm accumulating mass.
All right, Mac. Anyway.
Stop accumulating. Start harvesting. So, yeah, this is our first ever video episode of this podcast, which you can find at our YouTube channel.
I hope it turns out better than the first one that we had to throw away.
We had to throw away because it didn't work. You can find on our YouTube channel, Britain Coffee Co. Or just Britain Coffee. I think it's just Britain Coffee on YouTube.
Bring Coffee Co.
Yeah.
By the way, if you search it, there's like
A couple.
15 videos before ours that are about us. It's like news articles,
Yeah.
and then it's people reviewing it. Did you watch that one swole dude eating donuts?
No.
He's got like
a long
he's
time
got like
ago.
20,000 subscribers, and it's just him in his car pounding donuts and going like, "This is so good."
Yeah, he reviewed our donuts. I remember that one from a while ago. So search Britain Coffee.
Oh no, his name is Papa Roach. Shout out Papa Roach.
Okay.
That is his name on that is
did
his
not-
God-given name on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, all right. So thanks for checking out this
5
special
stars.
episode.
I didn't use this at all.
5 thumbs up,
Oh,
5
okay. You have it
monkeys.
memorized
Yeah,
pretty
I
well. I
have
have that one figured out.
So yeah, review us, like, share, subscribe. We'll have this out by the next episode.
Someday. And if we don't get this show, I don't know what to do with my life. That's it, y'all.
All right, Building Britain. Coming
5
to a
stars, 5
TV
stars.
network near you.
5 stars.
See you guys.